What, you don't go to the beach in the middle of a winter? Well, I do. I enjoy open spaces, and while I am in this open space, I want to talk about ediscovery software. We are in 2021, and I cannot believe that some of the ediscovery software still doesn't do some of the basic things that I would expect it to do by this time. Let's talk about those things. So I want to start with a pain point that directly applies to me or to technical folks. And it also deals with use of artificial intelligence. Right? We're all talking about AI, analytics, how computers are so smart they can figure things out. But there is one problem that I've been having when loading a lot of outside productions, right? So you get these deliverables from different companies and they all have different fields, and then they may have same fields, but the content of the fields may be different. Sometimes dates and times are split, sometimes they're together. So you don't know how to map things to load to your database. You have to look at the data, you have to figure out what's going on. And this is where I think AI should come in and help us out. I think this is a perfect use for some kind of smart analytics technology to look at your workspace, look at the data that you have, and then look at all these DAT files that are being sent to you and figure out how fields should be mapped, what they contain, and don't just try to map it, oh, if it has file name and file name, just match it together. Maybe it should allow for some variations of the names. I mean, that's at its basic, right? You don't even need analytics for that. But it should also look at the content of the fields and figure out what's the best way to map it and the best way to load data in. See, as it stands right now, the decision of what gets loaded to where is up to a tech person who you don't even know if they're qualified to analyze and understand those fields and load them into proper fields. And yet later on, you're going to be using the data to perform case-critical searches. And you don't even know if the person made the right decision in mapping all the fields and loading all the right data into the right place. The next issue also deals with fields, but fields for production. And I still can't believe that every ediscovery software hasn't figured out pretty much every field that's required for, well, every production specifications. Every software vendor should go through the list of SEC, DOJ, all those specifications that are most common and have those fields available. So all you have to do is pick the right field, so you wouldn't have to run custom scripts, so you wouldn't have to export data to Excel, no messing about. In fact, it'd be great if they create presets, SEC fields. Pick that, bam, that file's done, export's done, everything matches specifications. But we still have to go and run queries and export to Excel and do all those data manipulations that are error-prone and time-consuming, and they should be built into ediscovery software in 2021. Next thing that's like in ediscovery software is text message support. Yes, we do have some companies that are making good progress. Nuix has a good support with the HTML rendering that they create. Relativity has RSMF file format, but we're still way behind on all the features that text messaging platforms offer, like branching of chat messages and such. Now, we are lacking some of the production standards, but that's up to us as users to create, not necessarily for software manufacturers. But we should have some support for AI for text messages, which I don't think anyone is doing just yet. And the last thing on my list is support for Mac type file formats. There's so many people using Macs, and more people use them for business. And I don't know any ediscovery software that supports Pages, Numbers, or Keynote. So if you want to hide your documents, combine using Microsoft Office with Mac software, and the Mac files will never get processed, most likely. They may get skipped, or they get opened as zip files. But with so many Mac users out there, we gotta have support for those file formats. Otherwise, we're just missing documents, and we have no way of getting into them and seeing the content without actually opening those files on the Mac. And let's face it, no one's actually going to do it. Okay, let me correct that. No one's actually going to do that unless there is sufficient quantity of Mac files. If you get 1 or 2 or 3, they'll get thrown out. If you get like hundreds of thousands, people are going to be like, huh, is there something we can do about it? And then maybe somebody will try to use a Mac computer, try to open them or something like that. But support for Mac files is something we desperately need. Now, if you have something that you think ediscovery software should do in 2021, put it in the comment section below. I would like to hear about it. If you're a software maker and your software can do some of these functions, well, definitely put it in the comment section below. Hey, free advertisement, right? All right, thank you guys for checking out this video. Don't forget to follow on LinkedIn, subscribe on YouTube, and I will see you next time.